Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to we channel. All wetin you get for do, press this red subscribe button and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. It don't done. It no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for show say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don help me for share this program. Yeah! God bless you. Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to we channel. All wetin you get for do. You know say plenty people no get for vote the time for election? Not because they no want for vote, but na because of this simple mistake where I can't tell you but so, na it go make plenty people no vote. Right now, as the Electoral Commission Salon don't pull the date for vote and for register, plenty people just the yagba and they rush go do things them as then they tell them for do. But hey, remember say registration, the voter registration, they begin from the 3rd of September to the 4th of October 2022. Then na number 1 step we go give you guarantee say you go vote. But if you make mistake during this time, you no go for vote. And I think this way person no go able for help you pan. Wetin this mean? It means say no ever register na the area where you dey work, do business, or where you dey go school. You know what it make? You don't know. Sometimes the time for the election, then go say public transport not for run. This na big challenge for you. Remember, if you tap na Kalbaton and then you dey work na Lumley, how you go able for go and vote na that side? You go able for waka? The answer na no. So, no make that mistake there. As them blow the whistle, when they say, hey, today na the 3rd of September for begin the voter registration. Do ya try by all possible means for register na the center where they near you house. So the day when they go say for voting, whether Mutuka deal, Mutuka not deal, not to your business. You dey go serve full na morning, vote, return back na you house. So you see, if you make this mistake, the possibility go they say you no go vote 2023. So waiting at this yagba now for say me party go continue for then na power or me party go return na power if I not able for vote. You want vote, they change the whole situation.
Apasia, no way, Apasia, no way, Apasia, no way, I talk so, no sir, I say this, no sir. But wait oh, but they all too, who that now they talk through by me uncle or in bobo where it be men? Family na kushewo. And welcome to another beautiful edition of your program where we call Weird. My name is Nasembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. Well, you go remember say one time when me uncle and in family member them be meet up na state house inside Freetown. Me uncle be make one big shot and say he don't do all wetin he promise the people them of Weird and say all wetin he dey do now na just boyang where you go say I give you bonus on top. Well, in bobo where the men don't say no sir, I not agree with this word where you talk as we still dey struggle for able for meet up then things them way we be promise. Apasia, no way, I talk this, no sir, who that lie na me. Anyway, fambolem, Today, plenty things them dey for you inside the program. The strike dey continue. Let you not feel say it just don't tap now Wataki, Sierra Tel, Stadium. Well, you know say we normal and regular customers them pan strike business. Now the health workman the way me uncle say he prioritize. Where he take them say he put them on top of an agenda. Guess what thing don't happen? As we dey talk so, then don't come back say they not get 7 months risks allowance. Remember how that we other family member been talk say how in own risks allowance where they get for just sit down under AC na in office, a pass the money where they get as deputy minister of finance. But they want them where true, then at the field they risk their life. Say now, then they cry, they draw for the risk allowance. Well, the thing wey shock me pass all. Now the word we come say, the money government say all the copper wey dem be dey get, and then test $80 for test, $50 for test. No copper no dey again. So wait to who side then copper ya don't go? Alright. Me uncle say he still dey clean the mess of APC. And that in Bobo self where the men don't talk that word day. Well, let's not waste time because we get plenty things them for you inside the program. Well, if today na the first time we join you inside the program, do ya not forget for knock the subscribe button, yeah, and turn the notification bell. So anytime where you see the notification, you know say we don't come online. Wetin we dey do na so 90% of wetin we dey talk na the kind dabaru or deledala business wey the government dey do wey we feel say not correct. 10% get for do with them with other Sonko squad and any other business. So if you feel say you get interest in any one of them things there, do ya knock for we the subscribe button now. Well, for let person say it talk true or for let it do certain things them, it means say you get forget trust. The time when me uncle just kind of office where they go towards the first year. Now he talk better one, but the last government, how the last government people are not trust them. Now that make where them say Ebola day, then people are not been believe. But wait the time when they say Corona day, even when we been see the knock people in other parts of the world, people been believe say it inside the country. Okay, let me just hear it and relax. Today, now more of waiting we get for the say we been done they go over. Revision still they continue as we dey go down to the election term when at the examination term that one day. Let me just get myself relaxed with this one when they come back just now.
One of the things that you've endured is the Ebola outbreak. There's been a slump in commodity prices. There are challenges in your efforts to renew the economy there. What specifically are you doing to address these issues and help the country grow?
We inherited a very difficult economic situation indeed, but with some discipline, we have been able to stabilize the situation. Corruption definitely I have described as a threat, a national threat. And we have started the process of first reducing or taking off impunity, corruption with impunity. That is when public officials think that they can steal or do anything that is corruption, and that at the end of it all, nothing will come out of it. So we have established a judicial inquiry, which we soon start, and that is going to send a strong signal. Others have described it as a witch hunt, but what I really want to do is to tell people that you cannot just take from the coffers of the state without some accountability. This is democratic accountability. Monies that are meant for the people must reach or benefit the people. So once we take them on this one, the people we know now that corruption is not free. You must account for it someday. That is, we are reducing the impunity. We have also strengthened the Anti-Corruption Commission. We have changed the leadership and we've given them the independence to go after people, including my own government and myself seated here, on any situation that they find to be a corrupt practice.
So you've been willing to open your own government to the same laws that you're applying to everyone else?
Correct.
Talk to me a little bit more about some of the lessons that you think that the country and its people should draw out of the Ebola epidemic. One of the things that I noticed from the research about that time in the country's history is that citizens not just were fearful about a health crisis, they began to distrust their government. How are you working to repair that trust, to re-earn that trust?
There is definitely a trust deficit in Sierra Leone, like most other countries in the world, where the people become so critical, so distrustful of the government. And that emanated from the fact that when there was an eruption of the Ebola virus, they didn't take it seriously. In fact, they said it wasn't on. So I think we have to open our doors. We have to let the public know what is happening. We have made serious pledges to the nation, and we are keeping those so they know that when you say something, you do it, and then they will trust you in future. When you say there is Ebola here, everybody should be careful, people will be careful. But if you make it a habit of lying, and that was what was happening for the most part. So even when people were told there was Ebola, they said, no, this is not a government that we can trust. They've been involved in telling us lies for a very long time. So I have made pledges, and I'm fulfilling those pledges one after the other, even without international financial support. That is going to reestablish some amount of trust and confidence between the people and the government.
Now this me uncle been talk the same way he can. Them thing they are all, we been still feel say this man be mean good thing for the country. But wait to, in your own rightful mind, with your own sober aid, listen this fine one. You don't hear you all waiting he talk. Do ya this same trust where even they talk about? How many people where they watch right now where trust the word them where they come out na this man a month? Where it be for say, not a will, even in your say family them, they come and talk say pa, this thing you talk not to true, or this thing you talk not to so a bill, or this thing you say they deliver, you know they deliver. But every day, this man again and again, they put words them for able for make sure say then demonize the one they will come out and then he angelic turn himself to angel. But wait oh, I'm not mistake me. I'm not tell you say that we other family we been dead they not do their own game. Then self been get some two dirty game the way they be do. But hey, the one way me uncle they do now. If they take like when you would say it a cover in yon, where they can say you take cover lapa or oku lapa, you cover yon, then you take other person yon, you put an afana, you say you now look up with the auction am. In other words, they can say ogiri the laugh kenda for smell. This government will not say na ogiri, but wait to he ain't kenda other the smell. I mean the other one them. Other thief, other they not trust. Other we go say deficit of trust or trust deficit. Where in other words, we go say who that the people them really not believe. But this government, the Africanist press again, be don't april for let we understand how then they do it and call image laundry. They spend plenty copper na media host them oversee for make them go they able for interview them, then talk big lies them. But wait so, then sabi powerful things them. Waiting in a paper. Wait for satisfy that we order master the way they say colonial master them different from waiting the happen na the ground. Again, we get the propaganda machine, like how you get the APC propaganda machine, the SLPP then serve day. And we serve, we link to the people, we serve day. Because we not go able for take anything when a rubbish. We go put we mouth day. And now this they not like about we. This now we what way me uncle come with oh. But it not tap day oh. It not tap day at all. The term when me uncle be the tower for this post. Where he say he go really want for let them give him this position. He begin talk sweet one again. But the economy and other things where we fall for. We say this man get the master sabi, he get the ideas them for make we country go able for move from one level to another. And he been get one sweet word wey he been dey tell we say he go hit the ground running. Well, because of we be don begin cry then this and they say think tranga, we go to the extent and sing say Tolombo no go sidoya, angry boku o, Tolombo no go sidoya, suffer boku. We all be say Tolombo be don make the ground don bo. Now we say, well, let we find the new direction. Little did we know that the new direction na chuk where you go say or babu wire na him plenty dey. Let we get ourselves behind back and listen wetin na be some of the sweet word them wey me uncle been dey talk the time wey he been dey convince we for let we vote for am for let he can have power. Wetin he can do or wetin he been talk, you go tell me if na the same or na two different things.
You have 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. We have a serious problem with our economy. And to deal with this problem, we have to introduce some discipline in the way we spend the people's money. First is expenditure control. The APC government has been spending like drunken sailors. They'll spend, the SLPP government left a reserve of over 5 billion leones and a foreign debt of about $250 million. As I speak to you, I'm just confirming what you said. We have a foreign debt of about 1.6 billion today. And of course, that tells you there's no reserve at all. This sort of reckless spending on the part of the government has created serious challenges for the people of this country. We have to introduce stringent measures. We also have to mobilize domestic revenue. We have to stop excessive tax exemptions due to waivers. That way we can create the savings necessary to support the government to pay for some of the essential services instead of having to depend on other countries or development cooperation partners to fund our own existence as a government. There is excessive expenditure on foreign travels. There is also a lot of use of foreign exchange on contracts within the country. These are things that we have to stop. So apart from mobilizing domestic revenue, we also have to make sure that we diversify our economy to be able to have more sources of revenue. And I have identified tourism as one of those areas to create more bases to diversify our revenue base. We transform the agriculture sector by certain policies to make sure that these productive sectors add up to our revenue base. I am going to seriously take action in the fishery sector so that we can have more revenue.
Thank you very much, retired Brigadier Julius Pata. Could you just expound a little bit on the fishing sector? What will you do to make it different from what it is today?
We are losing quite a lot of money in that sector. We are not surveillancing our territorial waters. The governance of our fishery sector is non-existent. The license have not been monitored. So we are getting a meager sum of money from our fishery sector. So we have to look at that very seriously. For agriculture, we have to make sure that we can produce enough food and also cash crops and animals husbandry. We have to make sure that we can produce enough to eat at home and to sell so that we can generate foreign revenue for this country. That is how I intend to embark on the increase in the revenue or the intake of the government.
This government don't move now from the stage where they meet the country to something way unimaginable. 30 trillion leons. Now the debt than they now where we get. But as see Keketoma Sandi they say, then still they pay debt where the last government they left. And then they clean the mess of the last government take 4 years. This government don't left criticize the last government take 4 years, 5 years, nothing they not able for do. This government don't run after, oppose, and in fact, then wait for be as government of the day, now they turn opposition, now the seat of power. They run after and oppose every little thing. Hey, look wetin Marabio talk. He talk say the last government be the spend like drunken sailor. But wait to sailor, now they one day where you go say then they sail across the sea. Then they drive or ride boats or sheep. That sailor than they look expensive, eh? But it's not like say now this government then they spend like omole soccer. Yeah, because the kind way how we see then they spend, the kind way how we see money then they go, the kind way how money that they lost like salt in a plazas right now, it just don't beat everybody imagination. And the worst of it, the man they spend per waiting he criticize. He say the last government spend plenty money per foreign travel, but my brother and sister them. This me uncle e not like travel, eh? Na so he tell we. He say he not like travel, he just the do no more for the country. Well, for let he able for export with money, carry and go physically, cash, where the audit report go say money laundering. Then even go and say double dipping. That's now where you go pay, this person they get pay, you pay am back. Double dipping. E not tap though. Then say me uncle as well, they fraudulently convert or manipulate or change or present fake receipts. So this they really they spend like omole soccer. E not tap though. I dey see certain things them. He said then they always make revenue. As we dey talk so right now, the revenue always then they mobilize. And no, the free education is not easy. But guess what? Even the free education self, the money when they can report say then they pay, and the money when they can calculate, is not equivalent to. Now we can see differences them. We see Chernobyl na the other day na parliament. I mean, Honorable Chernobyl come up with two different things. Caretakers tell we na parliament say they pay for 2 million pikin. He gonna CNN and tell them say they pay for 2.5 million pikin. Whereas the Ministry of Finance give a document of 1.5. Where the balance na Jebu, who side that money they go. This na the kind way how the government is spend like omole soccer. But wait oh, Mohammed Kamarimba Mansare been featured na that particular debate day as the last person where they give opportunity for come inside. But the things them where he been talk, it's not like he been try for talk about the last government and why them for give a chance. But all waiting he talk just fit in bet to waiting the government they do right now. Let me listen to how they come back just now.
And I talk about this donor. This is not the country where government, the past, this is not just APC, but APC and SPP. When they give more money, you go bigger, then give more money, then they cry, oh my God, the party woke. Now look, they don't go give more money. It's shameful. They know they think about how for go talk about trade, all then they think about how for bigger, for get more money. And like I said, the reckless spending of this government must stop. And with my government, I will make sure that I put in place responsible financial dealings that will benefit the average Sierra Leoneans. We need even this tax credit, where the waivers, where you see all over now, big companies, mining, road companies, they get just for benefits because they don't bribe some of them government officials them. All that needs to stop. And with my government, I will be very much tight about the economy, and we go back and drop the US dollar to where it's supposed to be. But for now, it's almost 1 million leons to $100.
So, Mr. Mansare, when you talk about these, when you mention responsible measures that you will bring, can you elaborate a little bit?
Absolutely. One of the responsible measures is You cannot put a thief to take care of your money. So we need to hire, we forget people and we now sober-minded people, and we not corrupt-free, they record the show, where they put into place. Because what it mean, money we mean for 30,000 people, now in one minister they take, it build big all the mansions them. So we need to put the right people we go able to govern this country. So one of them key in leadership. Now the right people are around you. So that's not how my government will be responsible.
Thank you very much. We'll turn now to...
This na exactly why the BO government not like Mohamed Mansare, Mohamed Kamaremba. This na one of the reasons we make the BO government decide for put am one place and punish am for nothing. This na one reason we make Mohamed Kamaremba Mansare the face pure injustice na the country. This na the reason we make this pauper government no go ever give chance to Mohamed Kamaremba Mansare for come again and criticize them. Interestingly, listen to Osai Mohamed end. He say, you no go give thief man the economy for manage. Hey, Mohamed, that was hard. You imagine exactly what he talk? Now the exact picture we see so right now. For God's sake, how you go take your treasury? You put thief man in charge. What do you think say go happen? Wait, please. I know say you want for come at me, you want course. Not to that one day. Let we be rational. For example, then talk say, let we manage treasury, single treasury account. But we see Nakovac being get account na UBA, private bank. We see Nakovac, the money all, they go inside there. And from there, we see diversion. According to what the African Express presents to we, the Mother Bio Foundation, they get copper free one. But still, now we see other people, they cry. Mohamed Kamaremba Mansare be very much they on point and on track. They tell we about how you go see one minister go build a mansion with the money where how many thousands of people forget. It happened in the last government, but wait till this government preach changes a new direction. It happen or a worst. Look for example, Yankuba Bio within a Salon Port Authority. As we talk so, people in the cry. How many story building then say it they build right now? Inside 4 years, what's I pull out couple day? Now in salary. Why not been billing before this term? That is why you see this caretaker, we get this civil society guy where I can always they forget in name. We tell we say Mother Bio, not the bill us, not the buy this, not the do something right now. Let people not put CI param. But what they do, it puts the money it save them out of the country. Me brother and sister, now true we talk on a lie. How you could take how many thousands of dollars, hundred thousands of dollars, pay a pharmaceutical company for can you go for go treat? How you go say you dey go for treatment? You wife they can't tell we say ibi we dey enjoy honeymoon na ya. Wetin who that they talk through and who that they lie per in company in this case? People them Mohamed Kamaremba Mansare. We had to go always there with you. We not go able for do waiting for do right now when I for pull you na that side. But hey, if you been the fight for the right cause, during the APC 10, you criticize them because of waiting them be they do when me self go say yes, now been bad things them to the people. During the BO regime, in the first 90 days, you now be the first person we can very strongly and begin tell we waiting na the problem them where you don't already see and tell we say the BO even sabi on the campaign we been they listen not to the BO this now where they happen. In fact, just 90 days, it said it don't fail we and it go continue for fail we. Me people them, do allow be honest. For when Mohamed Kamaremba Mansare talk this thing, 90 days in the office, any improvement done there na the government? Yes, me I go say improvement done there because the economy just they go down. The thief just they plenty. Anti-corruption just decide who that belongs to SLPP when are true Sierra Leonean. Defend who that them feel say they want for defend. And who that them feel say not a part of the cabal, they expose them. Ladies and gentlemen, Mohammed Kamaremba Mansare, in quotes, I will take this as a quote. No ever put thief man in charge of your treasury. Or not ever put thief man for manage your country in economy. Because waiting will happen. Now exactly we dey see so right now inside we yard. This is the program we had. Today, we just did do some kind of revision. Let we know who side we come out and who side we dey go. Remember where we dey go school, NPSE, where we dey sing, then song them for go say, we dey go for go see it, you know. Teacher be dey tell you say for study and for listen. Now the term don't come for let you, you know, for your examination. They say all boys and girls, something like that. They, you know. Teacher, they always tell you, say, let you study and listen. Listen and study. When you did in a class, listen. And after class, when you did in a house, study. So when the exam time they come, waiting they happen, they prove them. So now, we don't listen, we don't study. Now we do what we call revision for meet up the big examination way na 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, plenty things them day will really don't happen. Me uncle been same way so get certain things them way him in the talk. Long time ago, we been done do another revision inside this the same word where me uncle talk. One of the things that when me uncle talk, we agree with him. He been tell we want him say, he say, when you then are host, you as the father, if you do something very well, you say you picking them, you no need for tell them. Now the picking them they proud of you. But wait oh. We picking them where they inside we yard. Them proud of this me uncle where now we own caretaker. Well, let we find out quick one. Yeah? When they come back just now. Remember, most of the things that we use today, except for the bank governor, we don't tell we say, the new couple where they come, not get any significance difference. So, the old couple we get. So the big question now, Mr. Bank Governor Booker Washington, why we change them? Anyway, we dey come to that one day, Juju Snow. Let we go down side quick and still do we revision. Usai we come out. Why we uncle been say, let we pray God for lay a giwi good leader. Let we just go down the lane and listen to several things them we been done pass. Senior player, no the fit for vest. Sabiman, no get agba. Person way good, not to in they go and make boast of himself. Na people they talk about in good name. This nothing we caretaker Madabiu aware of.
When you want to make somebody be patriotic, you pick yourself if you want to be proud of you. Now for make you know say you don't succeed, you need to do good things then. You know the tell us go that ain't gonna go boast for you about who that you be.
Ask for light. One country. Light not the next no so. The light not plenty also. And the city of Konovo get enough light. I don't get a message. I don't get the message, and we dey work on that one day. But I don't see the pull that we don't begin for can also. Like just a matter of time. You know, development na a process. We're not going to say one light today, we'll get them today. But one thing we now for the assured of, when me say at the duam, it will happen. Paupa. So for now go get light, Kwedu go get light also. Okay, so when the water come, the university come, the road come, then the lights have come, then another tongue, the young city also. One country, one people. So, the next thing. One country. Zambia. Aha. One country. When they rest on there, now we can make the farm. All the young men and I are them for the gonna farm every day.
Me not allow no leader again for foreign salon. Man, they will let you pass now. Say they will let you. But if you do what you want. Me not go allow you, man, they will let you do something where we are working the whole situation, where we are working the whole salon.
See, now, this is the heart of Keketoma City Council. The heart of Keketoma City. Na Anga Road, Komema Road, and the United Belgium Sellers Ground. The heart of Keketoma.
I want to see them because they don't commit sin. They don't do what they have worked with salon forever. They don't do what they have worked with SFPP forever.
Inside we yard, plenty people believe on the Islam and Christianity religion. And plenty time, they can say, you for ask God for forgiveness if you know say you don't commit sin or not. And same way so, can ask God for let a direct way, na the right way. Caretaker bio, inside the Muslim prayer, say, let we people them ask God for let a giwi good leader we get the country at heart and we go make the country go before.
So, me prayer to God today. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And for make it accept you with all we see in this nation. But make you know say with all the challenges and we see that we continue for look up to them. For make it guide we. For make it protect we. And for make we give we the leadership we need. We get the people at heart. We will make we change for the better.
This kind of prayer left big question on my heart and plenty other people them, including you where they watch, I believe, whether this caretaker bill where they ask God for make a give a good leader and not the leader right now. For say he not a good leader. And for say he really not a thing of the country. What do you self think? Left your comments down for we na the comment section. We go glad for you from you.
Hey, oh yeah. What a coincidence. We see the caretaker talk say as a father where you dey do very good work. You no need for make much for yourself. Now you pikin and go proud of you. Immediately he talk that word day. He go waka na kono. And then the pikin and na kono go alaparam. Shame on you. Light no day. We want it. They come shame, they want try for dodge the pikin them per the light business. But the pikin them be so much smart as it try for pull them per light, they give them another big camouflage, another big sugar coated vibes, and tell them how it go give them light. The pikin them drug and go back per other thing. From light, then begin Allah. We want it. We want it. Now, he begin for strategize again and say, well, it's not there. Now, term this now for let we plant, but fumble them. From where they talk about Toma Boom, fumble them. From where they talk about Usres this, you don't ever see one seed. 2023, rest then go come out wootete. But again, certain things then they will come up. We find out say people then don't begin vex. Even the members them na dem party wey get so bad aid don't know say the way how this caretaker dey carry the country na misdirection. This we young man na Kenema decide for come na the treat say this man, because of the promise we been promised we, it don't misdirect everything. In fact, now we dey commit sin to the people because for even lie to we say you dey do this when you no able do am na sin. According to you, we believe in the Muslim or Christianity religion. He come out say Fatima and Madabio for apologize. In fact, they for ask for forgiveness. Well, talk and go, talk and can caretaker. Bio say, well, let we ask God for forgiveness. And at the same time, let we pray, let God give we good leader. We can say them people here, they prove them. He say, in are the leader of we country. Now, in are the leader of we country. But he say, let we pray, let God give we good leader. Leader, we get the country at heart. Come on, this been shock everybody. Say, come on, boy. What you do talk? For say you dey at this position, but you not get the country at heart. For say you dey at this position, but you not a good leader. But interestingly, it don't prove am. This man dey tell we say he go na Japan, for example. He go inside hotel. They not really enter inside hotel. Now who's hotel landing at the wall? Pass way in find way out for pay the bill where we last government. Then we order fumble them be left there. But we see this thing begin come with doubt. Not knowing that this man, the same thing when he accused the last government for, he do the thing way worse than that one day. He go na Lebanon, go enjoy people hotel. He not pay the people them, but he come with fake receipt, can present them say, na this he go pay. When they go now go check, remember the last one, until then not left that, they not falsify people like you see too. When they go now for go check, guess what happen? The people then say, this is not so we know. In fact, this man gets death na so. So wait then they are able for no say one of the reason them when make the auditor general they face then kind charges that well not to charges suspension now because of them thing and they and we been not able for summarize the application where the auditor general be making a court for let them interpret the law for them and you see different things them out of farm. Fambulem. This not just revision. Plenty things them day where we count it now when our things them will come up today. Well, remember back fine one. Wetin Muhammad Kamaremba Mansare been tell we. He tell we say no ever give thief man. Waiting, no ever give thief man you economy for run am. He said because if you give thief man for manage your economy, it go damage instead of a manage. Well, interestingly, something they will come up. The health workman them don't cry for their salary, their risk allowance, where minister they tell we say they get them 2 times every other month. Let we listen and waiting them plan for do if they not give them the risk allowance.
Actually, we be done the work for NACOVAC since 2020, and since last 2021 May, NACOVAC then be seized stop for payment. But before I go into that, we be got an official, the inception of we the workers there, all the workers there inside NACOVAC, we be get an agreement with NACOVAC, where a written document where states say we forget to get a weekly allowance of 1 million euros per week. We be saying at that time stated, so every week they're supposed to pay we 1 million euros. But later on the end of the week, okay, then go, it could be 4 million euros per month, which of course is true. 28 days in a month. But also again, we get another inside the same agreement again. We be say they're supposed to give you transportation and feeding inside that agreement. Then we begin work for them. Since May last year, NACOVAC ceased for pay. In fact, then defer one clause by the agreement where say they're supposed to pay per week, where they stop no one they pay per week. They begin make a month. And since May last year, 2021, they stopped for pay.
Now, you na clinical somebody, you represent the company who command na well body who command them. this payment wey they talk about, is it the allowance or na the basic salary wey you receive?
Now the risk allowance, now so state inside the agreement, the risk allowance for every worker. And we'll get 2 sets of workers there inside NACOVAC with the healthcare provider there. We get the non-pin coded staff, we get the pin coded staff. The pin coded staff there, workers, healthcare workers there, where they attach also to the Ministry of Health. The non-pin coded staff there, then are kind of a volunteer, but we all they share the same amount of money.
How much people they talk about now?
We they talk about more than 1,000 people. Where we say we don't commit to yourself. And since May to December, NACOVAC no pay we anything. So in December, we decide for get a meeting, we get a WhatsApp group, we include everybody. And this why they say include all pillars there, including the lab, vaccination, case management, surveillance, everybody cut across every way they into this fight where NACOVAC get for pay. So we write a letter to the president, copy the first lady. We also write a letter to the Ministry of Health. Also again, we copy other donor partners there. We involve human rights activists. Also, we also send a letter to the Anti-Corruption Commission. We also send a letter to the police head. And moving forward, we later on get a strike in January relating to we money, because all the letter they will send, we will not get any result from them. They will make a strike, and then the leadership of NACOVAC then call we into a meeting when I inside January. Say, okay, now yes, they accepted, yes, they will get for pay we 9 months, and then they're ready for local into dialogue, then we'll pay we all we money. And we don't make a repeated dialogue with the way we say inside February, they say, okay, well, then inside January, they say, okay, then we'll start for pay we, then pay we 2 months. But actually, the idea is that now for let them pay we all we money together, because we don't work for. And most of this stuff, they tell you so. Some of them, NACOVAC don't cancel contract with them, no, not the part of NACOVAC again. Some of them don't even don't die. For me, so I'm not possible if they don't die, where they part of this workforce. But in people, then they ask for the money. So you see, and then they end up getting for pay we for 2 months. Just for 2 months, he left 7 months. 7 months, we don't meet. From the leadership when Dr. Jambai, we don't engage them a couple of times so we money them, not the promise. And inside February, the leadership when Dr. Jambai when the head of NACOVAC promise we say we go get all we money by March ending. If NACOVAC we get them on audio where the leadership, of course, he don't attest to that. See, NACOVAC no get no money now. The able per Ministry of Finance, all the money that we don't come in or whatever. All 20 don't generate. We don't know
what people will expect from Muna.
Well, we there in talk with all we members. There are thousands of healthcare workers. They will all day together. The lab, the vaccination pillar, the case management, and the surveillance. We all day together, and we there like every 2-3 days we they keep meeting and see our best. We go able to make sure say them people are they able to pay with money in bulk, and we don't come on more. We don't get a plan towards that. We don't get a plan where we say when we reach at that point day, if NACOVAC will not pay with money before that time day, when we take that action day, the whole country, the president, if himself go feel say yes. Then people who don't deprive them, and Nadame who don't decide, we the healthcare workers then don't decide for shut down most of the activities there where they happen inside NACOVAC.
My brother, now another sweet talk no more na go come back, because we all know say nothing no go come out. Guess what? The country of incest, I mean the treasury, no get couple for spend pan salary right now. But then get couple for the part de ladida. Then get couple for fly like bird. Then get couple for do their own small projects them. Give them fumble them for let them able for go do things them on their own. My brother, I dey feel painful now. Because all waiting with the talk so right now, it pass na ya, and then it come out na the other parts. Not so today no more, they don't begin promise. I remember inside January, they been promise on a faithful one say March, then go don't give una a couple. The table na comot again na do, go na Wilberforce in front of World Bank. And remember, where the NACOVAC head, where na Dr. Jambai or so, where been just don't take over then and they say, he go try for put this case to rest. Not so more, we be see Solomon Jamiru and other one them been come up, say, then go handle this thing to the best of their ability. But until you know, power wey dem talk word na like when you take water, you put on a duck's back. It just they make so it pass. Now for them, don't for them so. But the thing where they surprise plenty people, now where the minister them, the big one them,
so,
where they na NACOVAC, then go always the Sidom, then under AC they enjoy. Sidom drive Prado, they enjoy. But then say, then they at risk. Or now then they face with risk because then they na mutuka, they drive, or then they inside their office. Then they get double salary. Whereas the one day we actually then at the forefront, not they get them at all. Let we listen to this with one Odofo when I'm Mr. Big Fool. Let you hear he talk.
We're not the people, we're inside the same job, like I mean, we're in finance. The job I did in NACOVAC, completely different from the job I did in the Ministry of Finance. I wear both hats and I still carry on my two responsibility. Very, very.
But you don't get the double pay.
Yes, they pay me my regular salary. As a minister, deputy minister of finance, and I get additional allowances. So risk allowance for my exposure.
So your allowance, for example, you get a NACOVAC. It pass the pay we get as deputy minister and Ministry of Finance.
I go say yes. Yeah, I go
so
say yes. So
what's the risk we involve you work, for example, when an office work for coordinate?
It's not office work.
What's the risk we involve now you work?
It's not only office work. Okay. It's a special dispensation where your work is an emergency. Okay, you're working relatively full time without stop.
So what's the risk we involved in that?
It's a risk of loss of life, of contacting COVID, and in the process loss of life.
But not to you to do testing, for example, not to you to go out to the people in a quarantine.
You are everybody working in NACOVAC is directly exposed to the entire risk of COVID-19. Okay, like many other persons actually. So this is deemed a special emergency operation where we don't value people that we sacrifice for they on the front line that way. That's why I can give you more information about this. Government even decide for cover all the 11,000 plus healthcare workers with a health insurance scheme in case in the process of carrying out their work, any of them get affected. All 11, not only the one that were directly involved.
So this not the thing. You find out, say, the allowance. I don't talk this here several times. Now, over how many years from 2020, then people here every other time then they cry. It's either then get a 9 months for them, then give them 2 months, get a 7 months, give them 1 month, get a 10 months, give them this. 1 year, give them 2 months. Now that no more than don't depend from where the COVID begin. But you the promise them people here. This government gets this mentality, they get this thing say, salon people like promise. And as long as people them inside we yard, they appreciate promise. Well, let's give them, let's just the promise them no more. But this no make any sense. For example, you get 13 to 15,000 health workers them. You're not able for pay them monthly. But in the first place, how them they begin to them? They say every week, then they pay them the risk allowance. Then change them. So every month, that risk allowance, you're not able for pay them. Now when this person don't go die, don't go risk in life, he die. Now you go able for pay them for where he die. Tell me ba, how in picking them go day? Not to waka then go left waka like them mama and papa they waka for the benefit. Then small risk allowance, they're not able for give them. Now when they die, now they go give them. When they die, and they go give them. But these governments get this system of playing, then get what they call mind games. Then always want for the play games with people them. Always want for the treat people them as people them are big fool. Always want for the treat people them as we very low in terms of how we think. Always want for the think people them as we not like for say we not trash. Can you imagine? This man then buy brand new Prado for them. Then give them. Then put AC at the office. Where you want to go inside special court force, now security. You not get business, then you know you go there. But yet still, This man not dey go na any treatment facility. E no dey na lab where the lab technician dem na dem dey play with the thing. The one dey wey dey na the treatment center dem na dem dey face with the virus dem. This dey na office o, but dem dey pay am as deputy minister of finance. Then they pay am as coordinator or finance somebody or whatever somebody na the NACOVAC. So it get two pay. And guess what? They always painful past all. In salary, where it get, the risk allowance where it get, it pass the salary where it get na office as minister of finance deputy. But every other day with the yeri, health workman them they cry every day. If not to upline today, na Freetown. If not to yard today, na Yanda. If not to east today, na south. If not to south, na north. If not to north, na west. Every other day. Who that na we? But again, I like Mohammed Kamarimba Mansari in word. When you get thief man for manage your economy, instead of a manage am, it damage am. Game close. Or game over. The program you dey watch, this now we had. Meaning, Nasembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. Today, we just dey do something where we call revision because the exam they come. Fumble them. We get one thing where they can always tell we say, we country, the people them quick for forget. Well, we now we had get a responsibility. Responsibility for always they remind you of who side we come out. For always they remind you of the pain, the struggle, the sufferation where this government don't put weapon. Okay, this government not they ever take responsibility of their own fault, of their own failures. Let me tell you how they get two strategy, and then they get two set of people or two set of situation when I always they take blame for them. Number one, if they not tell you say the opposition, then go tell you say na the world. One day they not ever do something where for make something go wrong. One day no ever happen. One day no happen. All time the defense side for blame people them. All time. If they not tell you say people are waiting at the social media, now then they sabotage, then they give bad or negative things about the country, then go tell you say the opposition not they give them chance for work, then go tell you say the opposition now ain't always they sabotage them, then go tell you say the opposition they thief their light, the opposition the thief their money. If they even get chance, then go tell you say the opposition now in they go back inside the treasury, go take cup of them. So now God so good for them. And interestingly, they get luck. How they get luck for let them give them money? For let them beg and give them money. Now so they get luck for let things and they happen. When the things don't begin to hang up, you go see something naturally come up. Then the hang pada one day. Like we person, we left na water, you see tissue self in the olam. Then the hang param. So when COVID can, now in the man come, caretaker Biona say, we not going to take excuse, but na the COVID. We know the end paramo, but na the COVID. Go on. What will happen next? As then they go, then they try for say the COVID don't begin done, but the economy just the rubbish. Now Ukraine come. Right now, to me, God, anything where they talk, Ukraine. Anything where they talk, Ukraine. Russia says safe and Ukraine says safe within a Ukraine. We get your own problem, not the complaint so. But anything, Ukraine, God. Me uncle, they get game. So the other thing where them people have been they talk. Every time, people them they travel in and out of the country, especially the one them where they travel for inside the country, they pay $80. For just test to them, you don't do test outside, but when you can inside the country, you pay $80. Every day. When you want to come out, you pay $50. So the question now, where then couple they not do. UBA, it did again, void. Instead from UBA, they don't tell me now say it didn't have the single treasury account. The life na the country, it just they go from bad to worse. It just don't miserable for people. And think just a triangle every day. Man, they work out, they talk by himself, mama. Hey, doctor, let God give good there. Tinde tranga every day in a salon. After that, I don't know how for put an house. Because Tinde tranga every day. Election back the car. Okay, Tinde tranga every day in a salon. Where you talk, and they come back and arrest you. Whose side we go now? Tinde tranga. Tin not really easy for people them. It really not easy for people them. Things really they go that kind of way where we not be expect. It really not be they go how we expect. Salon. Salon. Anyway, as we dey go, something they were very much important. You know, this me uncle, he actually not get anything in mind where they call shame. Nothing in organ in mind where they call shame. But first, let me listen to that in order bobo we put ban at the bank, where he call the bank governor. Instead of being there na 98.1, and well, not to 98.1 be there, then do a report on that one day. Let me listen what he get for say concerning the bank note here, whose difference we get for make, or what he make really, then decide for change, and let we get a redenomination. Let me listen and quick, we come back just now.
Inside last year, the Bank of Sierra Leone announced the redomination of the saloon money, which means say they will reduce the number of zero them by the saloon couple. After this announcement to now, plenty people on the accepting question them. We get for do when this money they come to the market, whose value this money go bring to the country and economy, and save plenty other questions and more concerning the importance of this money. This make this be anthem. Veritas Professional Service inside and Veritas Economic Dialogue Forum be engage different people in the economy sector so then go discuss different things them around this couple where the country for begin use. Dr. Claudius William Stocker, now the managing partner of Veritas Professional Services, talk more about this dialogue forum.
As you're aware, the Bank of Sierra Leone has proposed the redenomination of the Leone, and there has been a lot of issues around it, and the policy directives, guidelines have not been very clear. So we've decided to put this session together to bring together our clients and the public in general to come and listen from the Bank of Sierra Leone and policy specialists on the issues around the redenomination. And that is the reason why we got the governor of the Bank of Sierra Leone to come here today to come and tell us what the plans are, what the policies are, what the rationales are, and how they're going about the process.
As the purpose of this dialogue session, now for make the Bank of Sierra Leone come and explain to people but how this new money get for work, make inside and keynote address the bank governor at the Bank of Sierra Leone, Kelfala Kalon, being first begin for talk about the process when they take for make sure say this new money there at the market.
The day the redenominated currency comes into effect, all contracts, debts, and other obligations that are denominated in the existing currency shall be automatically converted into the redenominated currency. During the run period that I just spoke about, bank deposits and payments for goods and services can be made in both the existing currency and the redenominated currency. But withdrawals and change shall only be made in the redenominated currency. If you were earning $1 million loans now, when we redenominate, your salary will come to 1,000 new loans. In short, the new loan will have the same purchasing power as the old loan.
But with all them process here, how long it will take for make this new money there across the country? Bank Governor Kefala Kalon again.
There will be a transition period of at least 90 days during which the two currencies shall be legal tender in this country. During that period, the prices of goods and services shall be displayed in both the existing currency and the redenominated currency. Thereafter, the existing currency shall cease to be legal tender, and all prices shall then be set in the redenominated currency. The existing currency, as I have indicated, shall cease to be legal tender and shall therefore not be usable in transactions in this country.
Since the announcement of this new money concerns the money they come out from the public, now that if this new couple go able to improve the country and economy past how we do so now. We make insane response to them concern they are. The bank governor Kelfala Kalon say that will only happen if policy them change and self-salon begin for export. As the Bank of Salon they say, inside 90 days where the country don't begin use this money, the couple go on all over the country. Bank then get important role for play for CC that happen. We make inside statement the managing director. Now the local commercial bank, Dr. Ekundayo Gilpin, talk about measures and what the bank don't put in place for CC inside 90 days term. The new money all over the country.
ATM machines, POS machines, or core banking system. We also need to get the tellers, the front-end staff to understand exactly what's going on so they can be able to see the differentials. We have to prepare the mindset of all staff to be able to be the voice to the public whenever there is need to ask about what's going on in this redenomination exercise. And we have worked towards being sure that we'll be ready for the date that the central bank has set out for us.
After this statement from the managing director, now the local commercial bank, Radio Democracy, talk with different people who will participate in this dialogue session. But what in the makeup of this?
My name is Abraham Williams Stoker. We learn a lot because I personally will get issue with in education about this new redomination. But now, from the governor's point of view, I don't learn a lot. One, it's two different sets of money, but with the same value. But with this new set of money, I believe, say yes, the volume not less, which is good. Yes, we just hope say invest.
On a more serious note, I think say we not been get any reason for change anything. But one thing where I don't able for notice now that them been just one for find way for cover the hole where they already don't dig. So say if they don't already put billion trillions, yeah, they get for find way out and go less in them. So tomorrow if then they come out, where then they can't charge them for pay, then go tell them pay 1,000, 10,000 and all. A lie. Right now, if you thief billions, where you come on a billions you pay back. Like when I bring that money, they billions when they pay back. When I must pay that money there. Because no reason or the una self no able forget any reason. Because when you do this, for example, like the Ghana and other places them where we know, when then they do redomination, yeah, what thing they happen? The value, then they try for make let the value, let the money get some weight. Not for just reduce some zeros, but now for let it get some weight. But in the case of the bank governor gets the bold mind for tell we say, because that first money been big, for let you carry an wallet. So you need for change them. Now the only reason that they or now they tell we say if you be them they pay 1 million, now they go pay 1,000. I no more. No serious reason or they we make them change for selling they cut down some zeros. No serious reason or they. Okay, we expect say if you don't able for cut down the zeros, you for able forget because number one, like how you cut the money, you put them to paper. If you not get thin, we go make the economy become sustainable, become kick. Where you not get things, when you able for get more dollars or foreign currencies them, yeah, for compete with other money them. Now nothing, you know, they create any impact. You don't hear from them now. Because, for example, you need to get like the mining sector where for able for boom again. You get the agriculture where they kick, the fishery and other things them. Like we think caretaker been talk say it could diversify the economy. You for able to get different things them where you go able to get money from for let you able to get free flow of the economy. Where you will get dollar they go, leons they go. And competition go there for the leons. Now only way the demand for leons high. Now, him, you go able to forget something. But with this kind of thing, nothing, absolutely nothing, not the change. Now, just another waste. Like the bank governor, they tell me the other day, say, he spend 80,000 or almost million for bribe people. Can you imagine? What I bribe? Because we know say that the caretaker, Bio, Fatima, Bio, and the cabal, they not taking money, go keep and put on a kiosk, put on a Samsonite bag, give them picking them for let them bluff win na social media. So they need for bribe them back for let them take some of the money the way they already keep. So what again, apart from that, nothing absolutely not they happen. Nothing. One benefit this not get. One benefit. I they wonder, are they fear? Are they really fear? Let this span because they still we say in the next 90 days when they launch this money, when this money begin for circulate, in 90 days you go find out say the whole currency Yeah, the old note, we cannot to currency, the same currency. The old note go get for loss in value. With the fear, with the fear, with the really, really fear. Lay it not be say just no, we begin to buy something, till we buy this, we begin buy higher than how we expect. Because they know say, then people here know the technique. They know say things and they go up every day. So let's tell you the thing where they go begin to tell you now. Now they go tell you, say, for example, rest. If rest na 500,000, yeah, it can now to 5,000. Then go tell you now, say, now we are the only government. Other side then get on this amount, this then get on this amount. We able for make the rest canon to 5,000 from 200,000 will meet them. This not just the dirty politics where they want for play around them things there. Then go tell you, say, fuel. For example, now be 15,000. The time where the world is struggle, we count them to 5 millions. Now we government nobody do them. And it's you let tell you the danger part of this thing. The people that were in a village not able to understand. As far as they're concerned, especially the one them where we don't burn them this, then the way they use 1 million, 5 million, then go gladly say, hey, this government don't make we don't begin using entire back. So you do understand? So we and Una get a lot of work for make people able to understand. They really get for understand because especially they get for use this for politicize the whole thing. Yes, now we meet on 200,000 millions, now 40,000 millions. You do understand? Hello? You do understand? Then left waiting at the other thing where they talk about again. Now the politics this Una really get for be on top of Una game. If not to that, then the kick over on our head. By the time they catch up inside the second term, the economy now shin tongo shili nothing all the day again. Anyway, something be happen over the small term they are. One time, my uncle team up na status and tell we about a manifesto promise system. And he tell we say he don't do everything inside a manifesto. Let we get a recap and then we can listen if true they all speak the same language. For example, if we all then you ask Bible, you say whose kind of camera on they use, and they tell you the exact camera. If you come out there, you ask again, manager, say, who's can camera they tell you now. You ask sister admin, they go tell you now. But if, for example, by the way, I tell you, say, we use Sony. Then, me tell you, say, we use Canon. Then they come, me tell you, say, we use Black Magic. It means, say, something wrong. It means, say, they not actually get that thing there. You understand, eh? So let we listen first to caretaker bill. We tell me about in A to Z where they read, because you're not being go primary school.
So, maybe I would just touch on a few national issues. We find for make we know. Everybody they holla, yes, it's true. Hardship day. Who said the hardship come on? Now the whole world today. If you did not Australia, you did not America, you did not, they said they talk them. And they are even worried about more. So not to Salon, not to we own economic policies or mismanagement. As a matter of fact, the way we don't handle things then, taking into consideration what we inherit, we have done a great job. I not say, people then they talk, then they do all kinds of things, but I want for make when I get confidence, I be always provide that strong leadership where I've been telling us say under me own leadership SLPP no go shame. Amen. We don't do several things then way for make it team up any side. You know they cost anybody. You tell and say, "Bo, me na politics. Can't talk to you about me government. They don't do A, B, C. You go take you pass Z. Because the manifesto will be put out. When are the written document of the things that will be say we they do? When I will put out, we don't done that one day. The things that we they, in fact, we don't do more things than the day inside the manifesto.
You get a joke. They don't do more things than the day inside the manifesto. Basically, let's just try to analyze something quick. If I say I get right now 100,000 millions, where I for spend. Okay, let's make practical example. The other time, some people then send some money yeah, we sum up to, I think, 1,200,000. Fine. For that bobo in school fee. Then I come back. I say, I don't spend all the 1,200,000. I say, I even add 300,000 wey not to part of the money. You know wetin that dey mean where I say I don't spend all the 1,200,000. It means say nothing not dey again na me hand where I for do. I don't give everything. All right. Then if Bible here come, it say per that 1,200,000 where una been give. It say we don't spend 1 million. Come on, understand this thing. We don't spend 1 million. It means say something wrong. It definitely means say it's either I not give nothing, we just want play, or yes, now the 1 million I don't give, then the 200 we don't hold am. You don't understand it? I put up a money business for let we understand. Okay, let we look at this other way. A to Z. They say, you don't read the alphabet. You say, yes, I don't read from A to Z. It means say nothing not there again for do. You don't done. Yeah? Now, like when you do na classroom, you get exam. They don't put everything. Then say, you say, as I answer all the questions then. It means say nothing not there for answer again. Now, like this. Caretaker be tell we say, it don't do all waiting it been promised we say it they do. In other words, if they ask anyone per in team, and no need for give we any more percentage. If they say you don't do all things, say yes, 100% we don't done. In fact, we don't add. This is not the thing. But interestingly, things then when they come out from different sets them, they tell we different thing. Keketoma Sandi, where na the press secretary for in the caretaker bill, bin come and tell we say, no sir, he say in disagree with the 100% wey caretaker bill say he don't do. He say he not agree say we don't do 100%. Yeah, when he say don't do A to Z, in fact he don't pass Z, na addition. He say we not reach itself the one way we say we dey give. In other words, if we for read A to Z, he say we not reach A, we not reach Z to, we dey M force. Then you begin to ask yourself question. Oh, you not study, na so they can tell we. When we small. You don't read the ABCS, you don't read them. You sure? He say yes, I don't read A to Z. Then in the next second, and say, what's that you do now? You say I dey S. You don't done or you not done it? Please, let me listen to Keketoma Sandi. Let tell we almost percent they don't do.
Present bill in work in the last full year. If you put it into percentage, how you can percent them?
At the percent excellently. Yeah. Because there are challenges, no doubt. Okay.
Any figure?
Because you want to tell me say
figure?
I will give you around 85%. Yeah.
Achievement of manifesto promise.
Yes. Because there are challenges. Then I tell you say, we'll come, we get the trust of what we don't do. With human capital development. So Abuangu na a field of what we don't do. But also tell una say back, there are things that we don't do where they are not part of the human capital development, like in the fight against corruption, for instance, in private sector investment. So I'll be just even give you an example in the mining sector.
I really tired. You do understand? Sometimes you don't understand. Play and back. Keketoma come back.
What you go make up of present bill in work in the last full year? If you put it into percentage, how you can percent them?
At the percent excellently. Yeah. Because there are challenges, no doubt. Okay.
Any figure?
Because you want to tell me say
figure?
I will give you around 85%. Yeah.
Achievement of manifesto promise.
Yes. Because there are challenges. Then I tell you say, we'll come, we get the trust of what we don't do. With human capital development. So Abuangu na a field of what we don't do. But also tell una say back, there are things that we don't do where they are not part of the human capital development, like in the fight against corruption, for instance, in private sector investment. So I'll be just even give you an example in the mining sector.
So you get a joke, eh? 85%. Wait, la understand. Because sometimes they are not can know waiting I can talk. If me a mathematician or me a mathematman. 118 are the same. Okay, 100 na the small one, 85 na the big one, because when you get 85, it means say you don't pass 100. You don't do all thing, you don't do bonus, Yes, Keketoma Sandi. Interestingly, I like Keketoma Sandi. The time when caretaker Bio in the campaign, he said the left raise 60,000 and meet and 200,000. And Keketoma Sandi come, he say no. We country we not they produce rest, no nothing. Now, overseas, it depends by the word them the price at the international market. I like Keketoma Sandi, they always they come and debunk. They debunk waiting then they do. But wait too, 85% na very good, na pass mark down day. For say they one day they really don't get 85%. I know something. These governments, they lack for work with documents. Always then they put things them in document, and then they make people in the fool. They're able for use that document for stupid the one the way they give them money. Whereas in actual sense, waiting the apple na the ground na totally different
last food.
A totally different something. You understand what I say? Anyway, I be just can no more for can represent the family. Let me get a revision because all what we do right now na revision. That not mean say things the way they happen we not dey talk about all, but we want for let we not forget who side we come out. Then say not forget who side you bucky foot. I don't know how for talk himself. When you bucky foot for don't you not for forget who side you bucky foot, you know, or you know the for inside water you turn fish. If you always remember say you na mortal man. So now the things then this way do happen at the country right now. We really need for know who side where they go. We need for know waiting we need for put in place for the things then go able for happen how we want them. Again, Muhammad Kamaremba Mansari, you so you just too good, boy. And like that word day, I don't be ever the imagine say self then kind word then they exist. They are like you know hot mental because I want to know if you not self na me uncle where then they mix up and box up word there. Waiting Muhammad Kamaremba Mansari talk Gigi snow. Last year that will be the first person for give me back recap of waiting Muhammad Kamaremba Mansari talk. I like that word the way he talk. Now my best quote down there for today. Waiting Muhammad Kamaremba Mansari talk. I dey look for him na both YouTube and Facebook. I dey wait. Muhammad Kamaremba Mansari waiting a talk. Last, the first drop in Muhammad Kamaremba Mansari. Brother, merci beaucoup. Lance, if we say self they forget, or if we masters and PhD now under the mango tree, we self get them. What he say? Thank you very much. Ja goes, no give your money to thief man, them for keep. Okay, thank you. But now not to the exact word we talk, not to the exact word and oh. Fad, let me tell you. Sit down. Okay, no look who's you for them, look who's you bucky foot. Okay, I like down the Sama Kuyate. Thank you very much. I want the exact word Muhammad Kamaremba Mansari talk. That word is so sweet. It's sweet. That's the why they sleep to that jog. Muhammad, let God make you come out na jail. Muhammad, let God give you good health because we need you. Hey, APCO, SLPPO, they all. You really don't try, eh? You really don't really try. Some of these guys are misleading the people. Okay, I don't know those guys where they talk. Alex Leon Ferguson. Who's people? Let me see. Gay a group in granite. Agree go pick granite for keep. And Isila. Don't put thief in charge of treasury. Hey, Danny na me word not to say talk. A mega Rogers right. Not to say talk. Aye. But we for say we all under the mango tick. Last see. You know they give thief man with economy for control. Exactly. Ramatu Kesi say thank you very much. If you give economy to thief man, it go damage. No, it go damage you economy. No, na me talk that day. Mohamed Bobo Kabara. Ramatu na Facebook. Ramatu say na the exact word that day. No give you thief man for manage your economy. That's that day. Last thing. He say no give you economy to thief man for manage am instead of a manage am, it go damage am. Bala Lamarck, you sure? Anyway, it didn't near. Just to try for waiting. Good. Go waiting. Good. Go pull am dey. Okay. Jibril Dumbuya. God go pull am dey by God in power. Yes. He say not put square as security na your granite farm. You go just don all the granite. Don't give thieves your money to manage. They will damage it. Yeah, leader and guy. Now say you say. Aye. Not to say. Oh, not to say. Okay, something in English way you talk. Now the English way you talk am. Anyway, I like that word there so much. I like am so much. So what thing we go do? Let we listen and back before ever we go. Yeah. Let we listen and back. Let we listen and back. They can fast forward them. So we were able for listening exactly what he saying.
You have 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Thank you. Can generate for past. This is not just when I talk about this donor. This not
intend to embark on
okay,
the increase in the revenue or the intake of the government.
When I talk about this donor, this is not the country where government, the past, this is not just APC, but APC as SPP. When they give more money, you go bigger, then give more money, then they cry, oh my God, the party woke. Now look, they don't go give away more money. It's shameful. They know they think about how for go talk about trade, all then they think about how for bigger for get more money. And like I said, the reckless spending of this government must stop. And with my government, I will make sure that I put in place responsible financial dealings that will benefit the average Sierra Leoneans. We need even this tax credit, where the waivers, where you see all over now, big companies, mining, road companies, them they get just for benefits because they don't bribe some of them government officials them. All that needs to stop. And with my government, I will be very much tight about the economy, and we will go back and drop the US dollar to where it's supposed to be. But for now, it's almost 1 million to $100.
So, Mr. Ambassador, when you talk about these, when you mention responsible measures that you will bring, can you elaborate a little bit?
Absolutely. One of the responsible measures is you cannot put a thief to take care of your money. So we need to hire. We forget people and we now sober-minded people, and we're not corrupt-free. They record the show. We they put into place because what it means, money we mean for 30,000 people. Now in one minister they take, it will be big all the mansions them. So we need to put the right people where we able to govern this country. So one of them key in leadership. Now the right people are around you. So that's how my government will be responsible.
Thank you very much. We'll turn now to.
So you don't get a joke now, eh? You don't remember now what he say? So I think say Nadande and Dande very much powerful. I love that so much. I love that thing. You know, that word the way he talks, so you know, I will always remember that particular word day because that word they on top of the game for right now. Yeah, they on top of the game for me. So well, I think say now all that we get for you today will be actually one for just get you on top of the game for let you able for know waiting they happen inside the country, yeah, and for let you know say certain things then you no need for forget them. You no need for forget, especially when it comes to we country. We country very crucial, right? It's in a very crucial position right now, and we need for do very well for let we able for move from one place to another. If not to Dande, the stiff man then go still there on top of the game, and always the members say. Then they're able for manipulate we at every point in time. So I want to tell you thank you, but please not forget for hit the like button and share the program. Yeah, for you not hit the like button and share the program. Thank you very much. Thank you. We appreciate Tuna. We appreciate Tuna so much. And I want to say thank you again one more time for wanna join with, for wanna like, comment, share. Not put a thief for manage your money. You will do well, okay. Una don't spy. Now under the mango tick, una go spy. I faint pa una. Una don't spy. You cannot put a thief to manage your economy. Una spy. You cannot put a thief to take care of your money. Una spy. I agree. Una spy. Under the mango tick, na do una spy. Anyway, lovely family members, them I appreciate everything. Well, until we meet again inside another lovely edition of your program, we had. I want to say God bless we all. God bless we country Sierra Leone, where we can call we had. Thank you for your for you just come and watch. Thank you for your like, your share, and your comment. Well, until we meet again inside another beautiful edition tomorrow, the same time. My name is Sandi, the Freedom Fighter. On behalf of the team, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, and no. Good morning, good afternoon, and waiting. Good evening or good night. Which one? Anyway, I think we catch up with tonight again. It's another beautiful edition, yeah? Until we meet again. Get yourself a wonderful night. Wonderful night. Something that they missing at the fence. So or if something before they go, because this na election time they cancel. And we get for how they call Latin Day. We get for make sure say we put things them in place in terms of we voter education and every other thing them for make we people them not go mistake, with regards things them where they go on inside the country. Well, until we meet again, I want to say God bless we all. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
You know say plenty people no get for votes the time for election. Not because they no want for vote, but now because of this simple mistake where I can't tell you what so now I go make plenty people no vote. Right now, as the Electoral Commission Salon don't pull the date for vote and for register, plenty people just the yagba and they rush go do things them as then they tell them for do. But hey, members say registration, the voter registration, they begin from the 3rd of September to the 4th of October 2022. Then a number one step where go give you guarantee say you go vote. But if you make mistake during this time, you no go for vote. And I think this way person not go able for help you pan. What in this mean? It means say no ever register na the area where you dey work, do business, or where you dey go school. You know what it make? You don't know. Sometimes the time for the election, then go say public transport not for run. This na big challenge for you. Remember, if you tap na Kalbaton and then you dey walk na Lomley, how you go able for go and vote na that side? You go able for waka? The answer na no. So, no make that mistake dey. As them blow the whistle, when they say, hey, today na the 3rd of September for begin the voter registration. Do ya try by all possible means for register na the center where they near you house. So the day when they go say for voting, whether Mutuka deal, Mutuka not deal, not to you business. You dey go surful na morning, vote, return back na you house. So you see, if you make this mistake, the possibility go they say you no go vote 2023. So waiting at this yagba now for say me party go continue for then power or me party go return a power if I'm not able for vote. You want vote, they change the whole situation. Yes, subscribe. You always dey watch we program them, but you not subscribe yet to the channel. All waiting you get for do, press this red subscribe button, and then you come over here and press this bell. To the bell option, press this one with all. And done. And no get for cost you anything. When you do this, na sign for sure say you dey support we for make we do more. Thank you for we don't help we for share this program. Yeah, God bless you.